What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tyler Swear, otherwise known as the Mr. Swear. For anybody who's been watching me on this channel for 2 years, something like that. Uh, so I have kind of not anything really serious to talk about, but I kind of wanted to make a video because lately I've been making more videos. And no, this is not I'm here to make more videos and be consistent again and try to hold myself to some schedule that I know I will not be able to commit to. But I am going to say that I am going to be using my name channel. And by name, I mean like the name that Google gave me when I signed up for an account. Through a Gmail account. So if those of you who remember a couple years ago, Google was trying to push every YouTuber to just start using their own name, and that became a big old problem for everyone. And the whole Bob and his tank thing came around, and everybody hated Google for that period of time until they finally were like, fine, we'll keep your name. I was one of those people that I didn't want to switch to my name at the time because I was kind of serious about getting a channel started. But I'm in this place right now where I'm in school and I don't really have time for a channel. And over the last year or so, I haven't even put up any content on the video on my gaming channel. And I'm kind of hoping to change that. I'd like to put up something new personally because it's been a little bit of time since I've actually done anything fun like that. And the only reason I didn't is because it's it just like anything else. I just want to be honest, is that it wasn't as fun anymore. Sorry, I have neighbors, so I'm just making sure that I'm not being too loud or anything. But anyways, that's kind of what it was. It was just it wasn't becoming fun to me anymore. It became a hassle, and it was just like I felt like I was just taking myself too seriously on that channel, and that's why I just kind of phased out of just not making videos and made vlogs because I felt like those were a little bit more of me in there. But to the point where I just stopped making content altogether, and the only things that I ever put up were like little clips from like Twitch, because Twitch is kind of where if you guys have ever watched me on Twitch, that's just me being me. And I like that. I like being just myself in that. And like I said, for the longest time on my regular YouTube channel, I was just trying to put on a facade. I was trying to be like every other YouTuber of like and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more news and stuff like that. It's just I had it down to a system where it just wasn't fun. I wasn't getting any headway with anybody. I wasn't making any viewers. And I was fine with that because it was just I wasn't about having this massive community of people, and I always mention that I was never about having all the subscribers in the world. I honestly just wanted a couple people who had similar ideas and similar stuff like that, which it doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't always equate to finding that community of people, and that's fine. I have my own friends, and I just kind of towards the end of it, I just started using it more as an outlet just to get my thoughts out of my head, because there's a lot of things I think about in a day, and there's a lot of opinions I have on the gaming industry. So I want to kind of keep it that way. I want to kind of keep that more realistic feel to it. So what am I rambling about? What am I talking about? So like I said, I want to start using my name channel, the channel that has my name in it, Tyler Swear. That's my name. And I want to start using that for other content that is just kind of miscellaneous. So things like what I've been doing lately is I've been making video tutorials for 3D software like Maya, Blender. Possibly I want to get into like ZBrush stuff and kind of giving tutorials through that. And I'm not going to make a whole tutorial site. That's not the point of that channel. What I want to do with that is just kind of anything other than games. Just me being me. Maybe if there's something I want to talk about, and in no way am I sitting here saying I'm going to commit to that, because I'm not. I'm not going to say I'm going to, have this weekly show or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm moving a lot of my content that isn't game related over to that channel, because I feel like for a little bit here I've been just kind of putting up school related stuff in Maya, Blender, and all this stuff, and it's just like, well, it's kind of kind of a mess because it's just like you have so many different things going on, and nothing is consistent. I mean, I'm not talking consistency as far as scheduling goes. I'm talking consistency as far as content. I want content to be consistent. If it's a gaming channel, I want to keep it games. And hopefully, if I get some time, I will actually, update a lot of the logos and kind of just have a whole new, fresh look to the gaming channel. But probably a lot of my content's going to go up on my name channel, just because it's a lot easier to it's a lot easier to make videos for something like that. I can crank out whatever if there's something happening in the world that's kind of trendy, controversial, whatever. I can talk about it there if I choose to. Probably won't do too much of that because I know that raises a lot of controversy in general, and I, like many people, have a voice that isn't popular, or my opinion isn't popular about certain things. So I'm just gonna, if I do anything like that, it's gonna be because I strongly agree with it and I have facts to back it up. I don't want to put out anything that doesn't have any factual background, or you can't poke too many holes in it. I should say the holes that you poke in my arguments, won't sink a ship. That kind of mentality. But yeah, that's kind of what that channel is going to be used for. It's going to be probably mainly the whole tutorial thing, like I was talking about. But I will have different playlists on it. That way, it's all separated out, and I didn't feel like separating anything on my gaming channel. I just kind of wanted it to be games. And as far as my gaming channel goes, I don't know how much I'm actually going to continue on with making content like I used to, because I don't know if any of you are watching. I don't know if you remember a lot of the things I made. It was news related. It was trying to almost mimic a lot of the bigger news outlets for games, like IGN, Inside Gaming, which is now Funhouse, and like GameSpot and all these things. I was grabbing things from all these different areas, but it wasn't anything I discovered on my own. So it was just kind of regurgitated information you could find somewhere else. That's not really entertaining. It's like you can find that anywhere else in the world, have someone's opinion on it anywhere else in the world. In my opinion, it may be, it may have some good points to anything that I'm opinionated about in the gaming industry, but there's no point. And I'd be one out of a million voices out there, screaming about whatever I believe in at a given moment. I'd rather just put something up that's rather fun. And if you guys have seen that, I put up a lot of stuff that has come from Twitch, because a lot of that stuff, it's what it's about. It's about games, and that's kind of what I want to keep it as. Games are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be these political debates about this about one company being better than the other because this company treats its customers better. It's like, I'm not going to get into that much anymore, because it becomes a real pain, and you become so negative about things. And I'm kind of in this place right now where I want to stop being negative towards the industry, because I think there's a lot of positive things that are coming along the way, and just where we are in our day and age, there's a lot of things that can be done better, but there's a lot of things that we have that are good, and I like to highlight on a lot of those things. And kind of, maybe I do some news stuff, but it's going to be so basic, like something that I find is cool, something that I find that is interesting. But that's pretty much kind of really all what all this video is about, honestly. And I'm pushing 10 minutes on this because I wanted to kind of lay out where my mindset is on this social media thing, and why did I even have a YouTube, that kind of thing, because that was a big question for me. It's like, why do I even have this channel anymore? I've been tempted to actually delete a lot of the videos that I had from like 2 or 3 years ago, just because I'm like, wow, the content sucks. And I took myself way too seriously about these types of things. But I'm going to keep them there because it's a good reminder of what not to do. And also it has given me a quasi presence on YouTube. If I was to like shut that channel down and then restart again, it would be a little bit tougher. Even though I only have like 30 subscribers, it's like, yeah, there's no point to that. I'd rather just I'd rather just keep the channel with a couple crappy videos and work from that. And with my other channel, I'm not intending to get views on that channel. I'm not intending to build that channel up. That is just going to be for me, and possibly a lot of my friends that I have verbal communication with. So and a little bit of stuff with the tutorials will actually be able to help people abroad and people who want to get into the gaming industry or into film and stuff like that. So I'm actually probably going to make this a 15-minute video just because there's a lot of things that I've been needing to talk about. Well, I haven't needed to. It's not like anybody of you were really missing me, but I hope that this video kind of shows off that I just want to be honest about my presence on the internet, and I want to be just kind of me. This is how I feel like I would act with a person to talk to right now. Is like I'd be talking to them like this. And anybody who knows me knows that I talk a lot when I'm in person, so you might not even get a word in, so it might be even more so real. But on top of everything that I've been doing, I think my last vlog I've done that I ever did for my gaming channel was in March of 2014, and it was like a Titanfall video. And yeah, the thing about that is that I was in a place where I was talking about I was going to be going to school soon and stuff like that. Well, I am here at school now. Yes, months later, I finally got to Full Sail University. So yeah, that's been really fun. I've honestly been enjoying myself here in Florida. I obviously, if you remember all my layouts of my previous videos, it was in my house, in my room, and I had family, so I was always just trying to find the right times to even shoot a video that didn't feel so embarrassing, because it was just like, I got family here and it's kind of annoying, and I try to I like kind of making videos on my own right here, so like I don't have a roommate, I don't have anything here to where I can just be me. And that's kind of what I've always wanted to do anyways, and that's kind of why I'm even making this video in the first place. Is like I feel like I have time, not as much time as compared to what I used to. I honestly, quite frankly, back home I had way more time to make videos than I do now. But the time that I do have the time that I do have free here is like I have time to myself. Whereas I didn't always get that with a family, and it was even though I'm kind of more of an introverted person, which is maybe something I'll talk about on my name channel, but it was just the idea that I have family around. I want to be respectful of being loud, or I want to be respectful of just their time. I should spend time with them, and that's kind of what I realized when I got here in Florida. I was like, I don't know if I even want to make videos out here. I just want to just keep doing my schooling and kind of and press along with that. But as time kind of went on, I've been in Florida for maybe 5 months now, something close to 5 months, 5 or 6 months, and I just started thinking, I'm like, I have this time, and I'd like to use it wisely, and I'd almost like to just kind of take a whole new dynamic to this whole YouTube thing, because I've seen so many channels across YouTube just kind of rise. They'll rise and they'll fall, and it's, I think, mainly because it's just YouTubers aren't being completely honest, and not to say like the big time YouTubers aren't being honest, because I think they are. But I think the channels that are just trying to get themselves up and running, there's a little bit that you kind of have to be realistic with yourself and realize that the odds are ever against you in this type of entertainment industry, this type of business of YouTube. And I just wanted to be more honest and more forthgoing with myself in mind, because it used to just kind of be like I had that one channel that everybody knew me as this Dutch craphead, and I was like, that doesn't seem as professional, so I changed it to Mr. Sweer as a new channel. And then as that channel kind of I kind of worked along with that channel, I didn't see any growth, and it was just mainly because I think I just, once again, I took myself too seriously, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to just be me. Maybe if I start doing these little 15-minute talks about something like this, I don't know where it'll go. I don't know how it'll go. I just know that I'd like to actually get in front of this camera again and actually, you know, kind of busy myself up a little bit in areas that I find are fun to do so. And it's kind of a nice little break from my usual stuff at school, which is all stuff that I love, and which is all that stuff that's going to go on to the other channel. Because that's going to be all in the industry that I'm talking about, of 3D modeling, texturing, and all these other things. So, all right, I said I was going to go to 15 minutes. I'm a little bit over. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I hope that you kind of see me for who I am. Check out the other channel, because I mean, it's already a channel that's created, so it should be on YouTube. If not, I'll provide a link below, so that way you guys can actually get to it. But just expect just normal me there, and then expect even just normal me, but in a gaming sense here, because that's what I'm going for. I don't know what the content that I'm going to be producing yet. I just know that I have some ideas kind of brewing up, and whether or not people kind of go along with me on that is up to them, because I might try to get some of my friends on board, but it's hard telling. With a lot of times like that, I don't want to depend on my friends, or not. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but like I don't want to make them feel obligated as a friend to help me. That's kind of where more or less I'm coming from. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you in other videos like this. All right, bye.